Tarachansky with the Real News on MK Sheli Yechimovitch, Jerusalem.
On New Year's Eve, thousands of Ultra Orthodox men came out in protest of what they called religious prosecution. To emphasize that point, they wore yellow stars of David with the word Juden, a throwback to Nazi Germany. Because the Ultra Orthodox Haredi community is hierarchical, many refused to be interviewed on camera. Ultra Orthodox women do not speak to the media, and being a woman myself, I could not interview the men. Therefore, a male friend had to convey my questions. When we were finally able to convince a group of men to speak with us, it was on the condition that we not film their faces.
We're very reluctant to speak to the media. We feel the past few days we've had bad stuff in the media against us. We feel that the media is out to get us, out to paint us in a black picture, that we're parasites, we're against women, we do all sorts of crazy things which we actually don't do. That's why we're reluctant to speak to the media.
There are, whoever or not the Freya, how do you say it? The Chalonim, they're very against us. Why are they against us? Because whatever, that's not going the reasons for this. They try to undergrade Judaism. So whenever they have a certain reason for it, they'll jump on it and they'll do it.
Tensions between secular and religious Jews in Israel and the fight against gender segregation are not new. To understand it, the Real News spoke with Rabbi Regev.
Just a couple days ago, the head of human resources in the army testified before the Knesset Committee on Foreign Relations and Security and pointed to the fact that today 26% of Israeli Jewish first graders study in Ultra Orthodox schools, and if nothing changes, there is room to fear for the security of Israel, because when it comes to the point that 26% claim exemption from military service because of their insistence that they be able to study in yeshivas and not take part in the civil yoke of defending Israel, of entering into the workforce, etc., then both Israeli security and the Israeli economy are going to be under tremendous jeopardy. So today, for instance, the per capita support for the yeshiva world is approximately 1.4 billion shekels, as it is reflected in the updated budget. Something that most Israelis are resenting tremendously.
In recent weeks, tensions in Israel between religious and secular Jews escalated after Israel's main TV news Channel 2 filed a report. It showed ultra-Orthodox men in the city of Beit Shemesh attacking an 8-year-old girl for not dressing modestly enough. In the report, the girl, Naama Margolis, tells of how every day on her way to school, the men spit on her and call her derogatory names. The report sparked nationwide outrage and brought thousands to Beit Shemesh in protest.
הגיע הזמן שממשלת ישראל תפסיק להשלים עם מקרים של אלימות כנגד נשים, עבירות של ונדליזם כנגד פרסומות בהם מופיעות נשים, אלימות מילולית ופיזית בקווי הפרדה, וכל תופעות האלימות האחרת שמאיימות על צביונה של המדינה הזאת, המדינה שהיא גם יהודית אבל גם דמוקרטית.
All studies, all public opinion polls that are conducted in Israel in recent years demonstrate, without exception, that the majority of the public objects to this imposition. When you ask, are you satisfied with the way the government is handling matters of religion and state, 80% say we are dissatisfied. When we go to the nitty-gritty, do you support introducing civil marriages? Do you support public transportation on Shabbat? Do you support equality to the non-Orthodox streams? You find consistently about 2/3 of the Israeli Jewish public responding in the affirmative. When you ask questions about should there be equal military service or national service for the ultra-Orthodox, should they be enforced to apply core curriculum in their schools, should the subsidies be reduced, you again rise in the public response, and you find between 75% to 80+% who say yes, they should have equal participation in either military or civil service, and they should teach core curriculum, etc.
Beit Shemesh, which has seen a boom in ultra-Orthodox families moving in, is striving to follow in the footsteps of the Jerusalem neighborhood of Mea Shearim, because Mea Shearim has almost total autonomy, and during the New Year's Eve demonstration, police did not even enter into the neighborhood. At the entrance, street signs warned groups not to enter and request that women dressed modestly. Even during our filming, several men approached us, demanding that, being a woman, I not stand with my male colleagues on a public balcony.
We just want to...
זה מדי שם.
It's not allowed for a woman to be here.
No women. I'm sorry?
It's not allowed for a woman to be here, so...
Why is it not allowed for a woman to be here?
That's the legal laws from
It's the legal laws for who?
the Torah.
Okay, so that's the Torah laws, not legal laws.
That's legal by Jews.
Okay.
Okay, but I'm not...
Some Orthodox women have taken the segregation principle further by deciding their normal, modest clothing was not enough, and they've adopted a burqa-style dress that completely masks the shape of their body. Ironically, this initiative was not respected by the chief rabbis in the community, who condemned the women for interpreting the holy texts for themselves.
חסידותיה ממשיכות להפיץ את מה שמכונה תורת הצניעות. מדובר כבר באלפי נשים, והתופעה הולכת ומתרחבת ומועברת גם לילדות קטנות.
However, some women have also taken a stand against segregation. Buses that connect ultra-Orthodox communities have become segregated in recent years, with women being forced to sit in the back. In Jerusalem, a 28-year-old secular student made national headlines when she refused to move to the back. But opposition has also come from inside the community. Yocheved Horowitz is an ultra-Orthodox woman from the southern city of Ashdod. Last week, she was joined by Haaretz journalist Tamar Rotem as they boarded a segregated bus, but instead of moving to the back, sat at the front. While one ultra-Orthodox man demanded they move, she replied, "Nowhere in rabbinical law does it say that it is forbidden to sit behind a woman, not in the Shulchan Aruch and not in the Yoreh De'ah, two classical compilations of Jewish law. What is written in the Torah and in rabbinical law is that it is forbidden to humiliate sons and daughters of Israel."
Yeah, so spitting at a girl, that's definitely not a right thing to do. That's not everyone. That's just a few extremists. Like in every society, there are a few people who are not, whatever. I don't know how to explain it, but extremists. But on the other side, you have to know that the not observant Jews over there, they really hate observant Jews. They don't like them for no good reason. Why do they have to sit in the front of the bus? It's like, it's a Jewish place, a Jewish community. It's like, it's a private, huh?
Whether it is the work of a few extremists, as the Mea She'arim men say, or a widespread practice, politics plays a major role. While the ultra-Orthodox make up only 8% of the Israeli population, they hold almost 18% of the seats in parliament. That percentage goes even higher in the cabinet, for while the ultra-Orthodox refrain from taking up the visible ministerial positions, they make up 40% of ministerial deputies. Religious parties also make up a major part of the ruling coalition under Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. In the last elections, Tzipi Livni won the majority of the votes, but failed to form a coalition with the religious parties, thereby ceding power to Netanyahu. Previously, she was the Minister of Foreign Affairs under Ehud Olmert, who attacked Gaza in 2009. So when the opposition protest in Beit Shemesh took place, Livni jumped on board. She spoke to the Real News shortly before delivering her speech.
זה מדבר על הדמות של מדינת ישראל. מדינת ישראל היא מדינה שיורקים בה על ילדות, זורקים אותם נשים מאחורי האוטובוס. זה הכל קשור בעיניי. בעיניי מי ששורף מסגד, כותב תג מחיר ויורק על ילדות, זאת אותה אידיאולוגיה עקומה.
ואת חושבת שזה אומר שמשהו על ההתפתחות?
זה אומר שמתחיל להיות שינוי, זה אומר שזה הגיע עד הנה ולאנשים נמאס, וזה טוב.
איך שהיא פוחדת להגיע לבית הספר. הצעקה שאנחנו משמיעים היום תשמע עד ירושלים, תהדהד בשפלת יהודה ועוד תגיע לכל אזרח ואזרח בישראל. העם דורש בית שמש ציונית. העם דורש בית שמש ציונית. העם דורש בית שמש ציונית.
Sheli Yechimovitch is the leader of the historically powerful Labour Party. She is seen by many as the upcoming opposition leader.
למה את חושבת שזה חשוב להם לציין היום שזה הפגנה ציונית? בניגוד למה?
ניגוד לגורמים חרדים שלא מכירים במדינה. הם לא מכירים בסמכות של המדינה. הם לא מכירים בסמכות של הממשלה. הם כופרים בסמכות של המדינה. לכן חשוב כאן לאנשים לומר שהמהות של המדינה הציונית בעצם מותקפת על ידי אותם אנשים.
Last year, several Israeli women turned to the Supreme Court. leading to a ruling that banned gender segregation on all buses, whether private or public. The Ultra Orthodox saw this as discrimination, saying the state is getting involved in their religious practices. They therefore continue to unofficially segregate buses. Despite the feminist tones in this movement, it has not raised the issue of the rights of Palestinian women, religious freedom for all, or the occupation. For the Real News, I'm Lia Tarachansky in Jerusalem.